another edition. And RJ, both these sides having a rough go of it.
Here we go.
Both desperate for a win in this one.
And you better believe they know that's the case. They both saw this game on the schedule and said, yep, this is the game where we can turn it around.
The starters for the Portland Trail Blazers. Shaedon Sharpe is out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon. Then it's Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 4 slot. Here's Morant. Wells sets the pick for Morant. 5 to shoot. And the dunk by Wells.
And it's so difficult to defend Morant in a pick and roll because not only can he get his own, but he can also create passing angles in very tight spaces.
Now, here's Sharpe. Pass to Thybulle. Here's Kamare. Launches it. Hits the three-point bomb.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from 3. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
It's an odd stat, but what I'm going to throw out there anyway. The Memphis Grizzlies set an NBA record last season for players used in a season.
Kevin, this isn't football, right? They had 33 different guys suited up last season. That tells you how difficult it was. Constant change, hard to build chemistry, and let's face it, hard to win games.
Now, here's Bane. Took the opportunity when he saw it.
Good. The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
And every year, and Greg, we agree, Bane seems to get better and better as a playmaker.
Doesn't overdo anything with his passing. Looks more and more comfortable creating off the driving kick.
Oh, look at that play right there!
Okay, that's how it's done.
Woo! Wow.
Out of this world. Sharpe is so quick into the air, and then he just hangs forever. Able to do things most others can't. Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to breaks. That's just textbook right there.
We're just about 2 minutes into the first quarter. Bane finds Morant. And there's the whistle. That goes on Denny Avdia. That'll be his second foul of the game. Takes a 3. Edey can't hit. Trailblazers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And it's Sharpe missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
First quarter of ball, almost 2.5 minutes in. Avdia can't hit. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. And the dunk by Wells.
What a pass from Morant. He does a terrific job staying alert, seeking out the right opportunities to get his teammates involved.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David,
Kevin, with the Grizzlies' injuries last season, there was a lot put on Jaren Jackson Jr.'s plate. Coach Taylor Jenkins says he loves the challenge and the growth opportunity. Jackson said, "You always work on everything. You work on your game because you love it. And if you get a chance to use it, great." Kevin, back to you.
And he's always working on his game. All right, David, we thank you for that report. Outside, Dame. Jackson from long range. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Outside, Avdia. Launches a three. Drains the three-pointer.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And there's the foul on the shot. He'll go to the line for 2. And, Richard, when it comes to Jaren Jackson, there's a lot to appreciate. My goodness.
Oh, I love that he can guard 1 through 5. Really a modern defensive NBA big man. He can go back to the basket or he can face up. He doesn't need the ball to make a huge impact.
Here's Avdia, and the Trailblazers, another 3.
And how about the awareness by Klingon, a big man who can sense when one of his teammates is open.
There's the 3. Edey gets the bucket.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Here's Avdia. The offensive rebound. Thibault on the wing. Lets the 3 fly. And the rebound by Jaren Jackson. Memphis has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game.
You often expect him to convert these types of shots, but the D must have made their presence felt to prevent that one.
They get it again. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Kamare. Avdia, a screen on Jackson. Clock at 4. Avdia finds Sharp. Fires the 3. Edey with the rebound. It's Morant with the drive. And finished off by Morant. No shortage of drama here early on.
Yeah, 8 lead changes already. Huge number this early.
There will be 2 minutes to review the play. To look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, some might say, hey, can't we just skip the replay this time around? But
plenty of offense in this closely contested first quarter of play. Grizzlies lead by 1. Live from the FedEx Forum, you're watching 2K Sports. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter, and we'll see what happens here in the second. And taking a look at the Grizzlies' performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
They've got Pippen. Clark is out there with Jackson. Then it's Williams. And it's Huff in at the center position. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Outside Williams to the middle. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Just focusing on the task at hand. That's all you can do.
Yeah, when the game is up for grabs like this one has been, it's all about the attention to detail.
Grant for 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. Grant's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
exactly, guys, the way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Pippen. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
And they've done well at taking advantage of some late defensive rotations and getting the ball in the paint.
Portland had, Greg, one of the great guard combinations in Clyde Drexler and Terry Porter.
Man, that was one heck of a backcourt. And they really complemented each other so well. Drexler with his explosive scoring ability and Porter who could just do a little bit of everything.
Williams dishes to Jackson. Pass to Huff. Lets it go from deep. That one's no good. That makes them 1 for 2. Trailblazers leading by 3. Simons finds Grant. Second quarter of play with around 2 minutes gone so far.
You just gotta love watching a big man hustle on the glass. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
Williams passes to Huff. Nailed from three-point land. Huff's got 5 now.
Yeah, it's such a sweet three-point stroke there, and it can really open things up inside because as good as he shoots it, it forces the opposing bigs to have to step out on the perimeter.
Quarter 2 and just under 2.
Yes!
And guys, we talk all the time about making the extra pass. Clark there proving how important that concept is. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there. Sure. Count that one.
And they repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
And Simons has got the ball here for the Trailblazers. Trailing by 2. Memphis has gone 1 or 2 on 3-pointers here in the second quarter so far. Jackson kicks to Pippen. Pass to Williams. Outside for Pippen. And a miss there on the triple. Portland's gotten cold from deep in the second quarter. Just 2 of 6 from long range. Ayton sets the pick for Murray. And here is Simons. Here's Banton. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Kept alive. Kicks it out to Grant. And the 3 ball is good. Grant's got a pair of triples in the second now for the Trailblazers.
And I love Grant's mindset. Readies himself to shoot as soon as he touches the ball.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, good job to take it right at him.
And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
On top of that, they're creating turnovers and taking advantage by converting on the offensive end.
And 1:01 left to play here in the second quarter. Murray is screen on Clark. Grant with the ball. Guarded now by Clark. Murray, good.
And nice pass by Grant. And this is what happens when you become a great scorer. You draw defenders, which often leaves someone open. The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Pass to Ayton. In the corner, Murray with it. Williams against Simon. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 tonight from three-point land, shooting 50% on the 3 ball here. And the basket by Jackson. Trailblazers trail by 3. Simons surveying the D. And it's Vince Williams with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Dives for it. Ripped away. And now here's Pippen with the fast break chance.
Changing ends quickly, getting the advantage in numbers and finishing. They've been doing it all night long.
Yeah, and that's made a huge difference. They're making the most of the chances on the break. Transition buckets decide more games than people think.
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Grizzlies up 5. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the third quarter. We'll see you in a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. And you hear, Richard, about players dunking and putting a hurting on the rim, but that iron sometimes can put a hurting on a player's hands too, right?
Oh, and then when you get older, those landings, they can start to hurt too. End of the day, there's a price to be paid for all that high flying and rim wrecking, and it's worth it.
On the floor for Portland, we've got Avdia. Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon. And it's Kamare in at the power forward position. Sharp. And then Sharp with the dunk.
Oh, gritty play by Sharp inside. Defense puts contact on the rookie, and he still gets it to fall.
With a short break in the action, gives us a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Grizzlies retired Marc Gasol's number 33 last season. You may recall he moved to Memphis in his teens, watching his older brother Powell play for the Grizz. Mark said, I had a very unique perspective, that of a fan. When I came back as a Grizzlies player, I carried that with me. Kevin, that pride certainly showed.
Pride's a great word to use. No question, D.A. Thank you. And you look at the Grizzlies' defense the last few years, RJ extremely disruptive.
Yeah, they've been top of the league in steals and blocks. That's just a part of the DNA in Memphis. It can be exhausting playing against guys like this. The agility, the athleticism. Morant sometimes, I don't know, he just seems unstoppable to me.
Greg, with how explosive Ja Morant is, he has certainly taken his fair share of awkward falls.
And that's what worries you with guys like that. He's already had a number of injuries in his young career, but we all just want to see him at full health. Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Oh, fellas, that was a vicious two-hand monster slam.
Guys, I don't think there was anyone who could have stopped him on that one. Here's Edey, and stolen by Thybulle. And it's the Trailblazers on the break. The shot by Sharp, nobody around. It's good. This game is all even. Sharp's got 9.
A few defenders can keep up with Sharp in the open floor. This guy is electric.
And that one's good. Morant.
Hey, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
For the lead. And another 3 for Portland.
An exciting player coming into his own. We're seeing all of what Sharp has in this one.
And stolen by Thybulle. Outside, Avdia. And he sinks that one, hitting the back of the rim on the way in. And now it's a 3-point Trailblazer lead. And finished off by Morant.
It's been all about Ja tonight. Can score in so many different ways.
Inside, here's Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Shoots the 3. Edey with the rebound. Edey's got 4 rebounds in this game. Morant kicks to Jackson. Memphis moving it around. Here's Edey. Clock at 6. And Klingon pulls it down. For Portland, they've gone 7 of 10 on their field goal attempts here in the third. Down low. We've got 1:18 left in the third quarter. He was all alone on that one. Sharp's got the lead up to 4 now for the Trailblazers.
And nice work on the perimeter. Defenses must respect Sharp's range.
Pass to Edey. The tray. Rebound by the Trailblazers. And here now is Thybulle. There's the screen. Here's Kamare. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Kamare's got 5 points so far.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Avdia against Bain. Avdia can't hit. The Grizzlies trail by 6. Pass to Edey. And it's Portland with the rebound. Kamare's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Thibault finds Avdia.
A one-man show offensively, and that's almost always good news for his team.
Jackson looking to end the run. Rebounded by Kamare. Kamare's got his 6th rebound on the night. Klingon must screen for Avdia. And so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland. We witnessed him delivering a series of free. And now let's go back to a play from earlier as we show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
You've got to admire the vision just as much as the accuracy. Not many players can even spot that pass.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this 4th period holds in store for us. You've got Brandon Clark. Williams is out there with Pippen. Then it's G.G. Jackson. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And that one is good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Man, this has been a fun one, but look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game?
Here's Murray. But kick out to Simons. Oh, he got hacked on the 3-pointer. He'll head to the line. And each season, GA, it seems like Anthony Simons is given more and more responsibility.
And you can understand why. He's proven to be a versatile scorer. And now we are seeing him take the next step with his playmaking.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see a miss.
Outside for Jackson. Pass to Huff. He dents the rim with a 2-handed slam. Wow.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
And that could be the spark they needed to make a little run as they try to even this thing up.
Pippen finds Clark. And he drives in. Outside for Pippen. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And even 3-on-3 break. On the wing, Jackson. He's covered by Murray. Jackson passes to Huff. To the wing on the left. That one's in there. The Trailblazer lead is cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Clark.
And you want him taking big shots for you in big moments. That one was as easy as it gets.
Yeah, it's clear why they go to him in these moments. They know he's going to deliver for him.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Pippen with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And there's the call on DeAndre Ayton. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group.
Substitution on the court.
And so here's Memphis. It's Pippen on the wing. Defended by Sharpe. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Defensively, you can't back off him that much. You don't want to give up easy threes at this stage of the game.
4th quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now. Pass to Kamare. Back to Avdia. Stolen by Jackson. Here's Edey. Great pass to set up the lay-in. And now just a 2-point Trailblazer lead. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, guys, they push the ball.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been.
Second team.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They have decided that the call stands. as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Hey guys, I caught Taylor Jenkins' message to his team. Now, he had some pros and cons. He said, I like our play inside. But what's happening at the arc, fellas? We got to start making some shots. He needs more production from the outside. Guys?
Thank you, David. All free throws good from Avdia.
And in a close game like this, they can really rely on him to take care of business at the line.
And then Morant slams it in.
And this is where Morant really shines. The bigger the moment, the more he wants to capitalize.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Trailblazers.
All game long, they've been making it rain from the arc. And look, they've done it by feeding the hot hands.
And they've really been able to get out in transition and produce. The defense hasn't had an answer for this up-tempo pace.
Ayton, he's checked in for Klingon. To the inside. Here's Heaney. And it's Ayton with the rebound. Ayton's got 4 rebounds in this game. Sharp, the pass to Avdia. Fourth quarter of play, and over 3.5 minutes has gone by.
Flying high and throwing it down with the one-hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Ayton for 3. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Ayton's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Thibault for 3. It's good from long range. And it's a 9-point Portland lead.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
Pass to Avdia. There's 47 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
First personal foul.
So the first one drops, and that'll push the lead to double digits. And Sharp drops them both.
Making no mistakes and putting some extra nails in the coffin right here. That pretty much do it.
Jackson finds Morant. They need this. And finished off by Morant. 35 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Jackson against Avdia. For 3. And Bane pulls it down.
I think it's safe to call this one a wrap.
Yeah, they fought as hard as they could. Just wasn't in the cards tonight.
Got a hand on it. Here's Heaney. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty. Ayton wide open. Buries it from 3-point range.
3 points.
And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but...
and preparing for battle. Each guy with his own approach to getting ready for... Hello out there, and get... Well, Grant, tonight... We've got two teams who aren't afraid to slow the pace of the game.
Well, B.A., it's because they're both adept at operating their half-court sets. They don't feel the need to push the tempo all the time.
Let's take a look at our starters for the Golden State Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the small forward position. Now, here's Green. Five on the clock. And here's Curry for three. Gets the three to fall.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Taylor Jenkins. And no surprise, Steph Curry was the topic of conversation on how they'll defend Steph. Coach laughed, is there a way? I mean, this guy is not just a shooter. Steph's ball handling, his passing, it's what makes him an all-time great. It's always a pleasure to watch Steph Curry, and we get another chance to tonight. Guys.
Okay, thanks, Allie. And that one's good. Green.
And Green loves flexing on the defense. Welcomes the contact and overpowers it.
And when you look back at the 2023 draft, the Warriors got great value out of their picks.
Yeah, I mean, they got Pajimski with the 19th pick, a versatile player who impacts the game at both ends. And they also got Trace Jackson Davis late in the second round. And he is a fundamentally sound big man with great upside.
Now, here's Green. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line. Grant, when you look at Draymond Green's career, you think he's going to the Hall of Fame?
You know, B.A., I believe so. He's won multiple titles, and we know how impactful he has been as a defender and distributor especially. I think we'll see him in Springfield one day.
Here's Jackson. And he banks in the layup. Jackson's got 5 points.
Yeah, good touch from Jackson Jr. Ready to score inside when given these opportunities.
Here's Curry, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Here's Morant. Played it in with a nice touch off the window.
Morant not afraid to get in there and play big, showing his toughness in close.
And stolen by Bane. In transition. Here's Jackson. Nice dish, and the layup goes down. 7 points in the game.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what, if he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
And here's Butler outside, and that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Nice shot from Butler, making himself a threat from downtown.
Here's Morant driving in. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Nice one-handed jam. Simple and effective, B.A.
Hey, with the lead, I'm surprised he didn't come up with something a little more creative. Back to Curry. And in the first quarter, about 3 minutes played. An easy 2 on the layup. Curry's gotten his second bucket of the game. Jackson outside. Pass to Wells. They set the pick. Here's Edey. He's defended by Looney. The 3 is up. It's rebounded by Golden State. Lets it go from deep. Deflected. And it's out of bounds. The Warriors able to retain possession here. .133 left in the first. Here's Curry. Stolen by Bane. Inside. Here's Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
I mean, big-time finish from Jackson. He is a force out there.
Pass to Green. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
The big man moves. Jackson Jr. with the nice conversion off the drive.
Shot is good by Curry. Curry's got 7 points in the game.
Pounding it inside early and often, setting a physical tone.
And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his first foul of the game.
And great job to establish position and square up.
Curry against Bane. Curry goes in. Here's Green. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. He's got 7.
Boy, oh boy. Both teams lighting it up to start this game.
Yeah, and I'm sure both coaches would like to see more defensive intensity from their team.
I love the strength shown by Jackson there, refusing to let the defense have the last word.
Here's Curry. Pass to Looney. Green with the ball. The 3 ball. The rebound by Edey. 16 seconds left in the first quarter here. Morant pass to Jackson. Here's Bane. Here's Edey from deep. The shot misses. It's been all about Jaren Jackson for Memphis. His fingerprints were all... And getting it going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Grizzlies?
Well, a lot of times you'll hear coaches yell, get the ball inside, and you can see why. Good things happen when you get the ball into the paint.
Yeah, I also like how they've immediately gotten out in transition. They came to run, and we'll see if they can keep it up.
We've got Brandon Clark, also G.G. Jackson out there, and it's Pippen in at the 1 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
He really hooked the defender with that pump fake. It worked to perfection.
Recently, player health has been the big talking point around the Memphis Grizzlies stand.
Yeah, B.A., look, and it's really a shame to have such a talented, dynamic team have to deal with all those constant what-ifs and have their seasons so affected by things outside of their control.
And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the...
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
They get it back. Shot clock at 4. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
And now that's a momentum builder for sure. So important in a close game.
Look at his teammates here. They love it. Plays like that going to get them going.
Yes, some guys shrink in big moments, and some rise to the occasion.
The defense getting out-hustled on the putback. Can't let that happen.
And I can tell you from experience, these are the types of things that drive coaches crazy.
Here's Huff, covered by Jackson Davis. Pippen, pass to Williams. And a miss there on the triple. Warriors trail by 4. Pass to Kuminga. Here's Armstrong. Hield from outside. Drains the triple. Hield's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Stand back in your early coaching days. What was the dynamic working with the front office?
Well, I was in good situations, and so you need the coach and the front office in sync, where you're all working toward the same goals and you understand what the process is going to look like.
And how in sync were you when Stan was the coach and Stan was the front office?
We had problems then because The coach didn't like the front office very often, and the front office was always unhappy with the coach.
Jackson can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. They get it back. Outside Moody. Pass to Kuminga. Now here's Heel. And even after 2 offensive rebounds, they just can't take the lid off. Jack's up a 3. And the basket by Pippen. Pippen's gotten himself going with a triple. His first basket of the game.
And it just sinks it over the taller defender. That's why you have to crowd shooters on the perimeter.
Yeah, you get a little more space out there to operate, and that helps him find the room he needs.
And Kuminga throws it down.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pippen, pass to Williams. To the wing on the left. Lets the 3 fly. Armstrong grabs the miss.
Well, that's a shot the defense felt like they could live with, and it worked out for them that time.
Pass to Kuminga. The floater. Got a hand on it. 58 seconds left in the first half. Sends it home from three-point land. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
As a big, unless you're a dedicated rim runner, have to be some kind of threat from distance.
The Grizzlies have gone 4 of 10 from the field in the second. Kicks it out to Jackson. And he gets it back. The 3. It's rebounded by Golden State. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Here's Armstrong on the take. And he bangs it home with one hand.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, side out, moves on.
He didn't have his feet planted.
And the fans love seeing incredible moments on defense like that block.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him.
There's 14 seconds left in the first half. There's Jackson with the 3. He can't get it to go. And stolen by Clark. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Grizzlies. They lead by 1. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. Second half of basketball is upon us, and we may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game we've seen so far. Boy, how about Jaren Jackson? An impressive effort here today.
He's been dominating down low. Gotta assume they'll keep feeding him the rock.
That's certainly what I'd do. Until the defense shows they can stop him, ride the hot hand.
On the floor for the Warriors. Down low, it's Draymond and Looney. Stephen Curry is out there with Gary Payton II, and it's Butler in at the 3 spot. Green, a screen. Look at Chef Curry cooking it up inside.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
From deep, Morant drills it from deep. Morant's got 7 points. We've seen 5 lead changes so far. Neither team able to pull away.
Yeah, this game just feels like it's going to come down to the wire.
Oh, tough work inside from Butler.
Putting his body to work in the paint. Butler using his athletic skills to get it done.
Yeah, Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Right side Bane fires the 3. Looney grabs a miss. The Warriors have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Back to Green, and Stolen by Jackson. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Brian, John Morant is excited to be back on the court, and he's looking to lead this Grizzlies team back to the postseason. He said of the adversity, quote, "It made me better. I'm just grateful and thankful for the position I'm in." Brian, it's great to have him back in action.
Yeah, everyone loves a comeback story, Allie. Thanks. Edie. And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
Putting that pass right in his stride. Didn't have to slow up and was able to complete the play.
Looney passes to Green. It's deflected. Now Morant. He has 7. Payne, no good.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Curry, no good.
I can't believe he missed that 3. Regardless, that's not a shot the defense should be giving.
And a foul called on the way up. And in a game this close, they're going to challenge the call.
People were worried that this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Pass to Edie. Fires from deep. Sinks it from distance. Edie's got 8 points. A hard-fought matchup. 7 lead changes thus far.
And these teams have been sparring from the get-go. Neither able to land the knockout blow.
Outside Curry to the paint. Here's Butler. Outside for Green. 5 to shoot. Second chance effort. And again, no good by Golden State.
Well, and even though he couldn't get that one to fall, that's a shot they want him taking.
Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. That's on Gary Payton II.
What determination from Morant in the paint, getting his shot off despite being fouled.
Well, Coach, one of the more electric players in the NBA, Ja Morant.
Yeah, that's for sure, Brian. High-flying, acrobatic at the rim, just a supreme athlete, and he is without a doubt one of the most exciting players this league has to offer.
Oh, a fearless finish from a fearless player. Jimmy making some noise. This team looks to him to score the ball. They feel good when he's taking the shots.
Jackson. Outside for Morant. Jackson, the screen. Pass to Edie. And here's Morant. And here's Jackson, guarded by Payton. Jackson can't get it to go. The Warriors have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Outside Curry. Green, a screen. Curry finds some space. The rebound by Jackson. Jackson's got his 4th rebound in this one. Oh, it's blocked by Green.
Such a strong defender. This team appreciates when Green gets up to swat it away.
So Memphis ends up going with a new group. And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Here in the second half, they're really focused on stretching the floor.
Yeah, and where has the defense been? They've been content to let them fire away. They've got to close out to the arc.
Stan, certain NBA teams take on the identity of their home. Like the Grizzlies, for example. They call Memphis Grind City.
Well, Brian, I think it's a perfect fit. Hard-working people in a hard-working city, and they want a hard-working team.
Driving inside. Oh, a dunk and a foul! A powerhouse move. He's got a chance for one more at the line. It's going to go on Moses Moody. Memphis shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game. Warriors trail by 3. 5-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Here's Jackson Davis. The basket drops, and he gets fouled on the shot. One free throw coming his way.
Well, this is why you watch the floor at all times. The best shot can appear in the middle of your own.
You'd like to let the clock run and take the final shot.
Yeah, unless it's a gimme, there's no reason to put up an early shot here.
Hield from outside. On target from range. Hield's got 6 points.
Way to rise to the occasion and snatch back the momentum.
Yeah, plenty of lead changes in this game. It's gone back and forth.
It's a tie game in Memphis. And don't go away. We'll be back in a few moments. It'll be the fourth quarter of basketball. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your two-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, that's great decision-making, and one that embodies a team-first mindset.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Williams, Jackson out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Pippen in at the 1. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. And, Coach, you look at Vince Williams. That 7-foot wingspan is a difference maker defensively.
It sure is, Brian. He disrupts a lot of offensive action, both on and off the ball, forcing turnovers and blocking shots.
Outside Kuminga. This one for 3. Connects from downtown. And the Warriors lead by 1.
More than just a score. Hield moves the ball well, especially when his guys are open.
Coming down the stretch, it's still anyone's game.
Incredible effort and energy on both sides. These guys must be gassed.
Here's Armstrong. Here's Hield. Oh, the teardrop falls in.
And I like whenever Hield attacks inside like this, exploiting the defense when they give him these chances.
Clark with it, now guarded by Moody. Jackson outside. And it's a completely new group here for the Warriors.
Second team. Substitution on the court.
Fourth quarter still young, just over a minute played. Out of bounds, it'll be Warriors ball. And so Curry will bring it up for Golden State. It's a 1-point game. Green for 3. It's tipped. And the Grizzlies pushing it up now. Payton against Morant. No good that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Butler. Golden State has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Here's Looney. Good, and Butler gets the assist. Now it's a 3-point Warrior lead.
This is when your interior D has to be on high alert.
And there's the screen. Jackson with it. Payton covering. Oh, stolen by Payton. Pass to Looney. Back to Payton. Outside, Green. Green able to hit from 3. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Well, they've shown just outstanding effort defensively, and it's resulted in several forced turnovers.
And they've also been so active defensively, getting deflections, forcing turnovers, and scoring off of them.
The Warriors lead by 3. For 3. Another 3 for Golden State.
Well, guys, I'm happy I'm not guarding Steph right now. On nights like tonight, Curry can do no wrong.
Here's Jackson. It's good.
It's clear Jackson Jr. embraces the spotlight. He's a solid scorer who makes important shots for this team.
Outside Butler. Green with a screen on Jackson. Pass to Green. Butler surveying the floor. Clock at 4. Back to Green. The rebound by Edey.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Moran against Looney. Here's Jackson. That one's true. And that's 9 for 12 for him now.
This continues to be a battle. The lead is within reach.
Yeah, this is definitely a close one. Let's see if they have enough in the tank to take the lead here.
And Steph relishes taking key shots. It's what he's out there to do.
Here's Edie. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. He gets the first. And that narrows the lead down to just 3. So he gets them both.
Hey, a steady hand at the line in a tough situation. He narrows it to a one-possession game.
Down low. And stolen by Jackson. Bain with it. Green picks him up to take the lead. Wells, that's good. Wells has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Grizzlies.
Well, all you can ask for is your guys to be really active on D, and they've been more than that tonight.
Yeah, another thing they did well defensively, closing out. Inside and outside, their defenders were flying out to shooters. This is Jimmy Buckets at his best, rising to a challenge and delivering for his team.
And there's a pick. Here's Moran. Kicks it out to Bain. Jackson outside. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It's on Stephen Curry.
Man, great poise there from Jackson. He's getting crowded by the defender, but stays cool and takes the foul.
And the second free throw, no good. Tough break there.
Well, he's got to be disappointed that he wasn't able to take the lead, but at least he evened things up.
Pass to Edie. Back to Moran. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his 3rd foul so far. Bonus situation in effect, so we'll head to the line for 2. So he gets them both, and it's a 2-point ball game.
Not easy to keep your focus when there's so much riding on those free throws, but that was excellent work in the clutch. There is absolutely no fear in his eyes. He loves the moment.
Yeah, and I can say from experience, his coach just breathed a huge sigh of relief.
Payton against Moran. Oh, he got it! He got it!
Plays like that, so easy for him.
Here's Curry. Count it! And tie game! Huge basket right there. And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. And a great call on his part. This is the time you want to be in sync right here. Kennard for 3. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to a... Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. And there's a bevy of young talent in the NBA right now. Who are you most excited to see grow into a star, Stan?
Well, what I'm really excited about, Brian, is to see which of these young talents becomes true stars, transformative guys. Certainly Chet Holmgren and Wembanyama have already had this great rivalry. Scotty Barnes has become the next big point guard. We see Anthony Edwards, Paolo Banchero. There's a lot of guys that could be the guy, and it'll be fun to find out who actually develops into that play.
As the torch is passed, who's going to take the mantle? Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Bain. Edie out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot.
Well, look, you need a bucket, go to him. This is exactly what he's built to do.
Here's Jackson. Good. He's taken 13 shots. He's drained 10 of them. Fantastic production.
credit the plays they're calling for him. Getting him right now some good shots.
Green, the pass to Butler. The kick out, Curry. Butler, a screen on Bain. 6 on the shot clock. It counts, and the foul. It's on, and with this game coming down to the wire, they're quick to use it.
That this would slow the action down. But with so many close calls in every game, the NBA was smart to adopt this challenge policy in 2019.
You know, one thing this does for a coach is let his players know he's got their back. If they're adamant that the call was wrong, he'll back them up and make the refs take another look. And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
And that one falls. That puts him up 1 point in the game now.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Kicks it out to Bain. Moran against Payton. Pass to Edey. Jackson with it. From downtown. Left side, Butler. And Butler is there for the front.
When Butler is cleared for takeoff, just get off the runway.
Morant with it. Now guarded by Butler. Jackson with a screen on Butler. The three from Bain. Nails it from 3. He's got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Curry against Bain. Outside for Butler. Money.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Puts one up from 19. The Warriors pull it in. They'll probably slow things down now.
Burn the clock while you have the lead. I like that.
Terrific ball movement leading to the basket. You love to see it.
Here's Moran. It falls! And he's brought them within 2 points now.
Oh, you know Morant wants it. And guess what? He got it.
Green with a screen on Bain. And he sinks it.
Really feels like they're in control. They've got a big lead with time dwindling.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
Moran against Payton. Edey for 3. He connects! And that one brings them within 1. And so they foul intentionally.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, can't allow them to dribble out the top.
He hits the first one, and that'll put him up 2. And so he drops them both, and it's a 3-point game.
That was a giant trip to the line.
And we've got a timeout from Taylor Jenkins. Critical moment here. He's not taking any chances. Given the situation here, what sort of strategy needs to be top of mind?
They should have a play prepared for this scenario. Little time, you need a 3. Of course, the D will be guarding the line, but no one said it was going to be easy.
Edey for 3. No good from 3-point range. And so the big win by Golden State in a tight game. It was touch and go there. All right, Allie, thank you. And that'll do it, folks. For Grant Hill.
The Trailblazers focused as they walked into the locker room earlier on. Welcome, sports fans. Thanks for joining us. We can expect more of a methodical pace, Brent, I think, in this one. What do you think?
Yeah, you're right, Kevin. Both of these teams love to run their offense in the half court. They'll slow things down. They'll love the setups. They'll try to manipulate a couple of the plays to get matchups they want. Neither side afraid to take it under 5 seconds on a shot clock, and that patience may pay off.
Now Golden State's starting 5. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Curry is out there with Gary Payton the 2nd. And it's Butler in at the 3 spot.
Boy, is he active. I love seeing Sharp just get after it on the backboard.
Curry. Yes, that goes in.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do, and right at the top is guard that guy.
Tipped away. Sharp against Payton. Releases. Offensive rebound. Thibault on the wing. Avdia against Butler. Avdia gets the bucket.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
It seems likely that the Warriors' title run under Steph Curry, Brent, has probably come to a close.
Yeah, I'm not going to count Steph Curry out quite yet, Kevin, but they have added some quality youngsters. They're trying to grow that group. How fast can they bring those kids along to championship caliber players? That's the big question. They're going to win their share of games.
Curry's shot is off. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. And the wide open shot from Avdia. No good from outside.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
That bucket in no time at all. Curry's got 5 points so far.
And Steph Curry is a brilliant offensive basketball player. The D backs up, and he just shoots that one off the dribble.
3-pointer. The Trailblazers working the ball around now. Here's Kamare. There's 3-pointers off the mark. Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
I was able to talk with Chauncey Billups for a minute. We talked about a lot of things, including how to try and slow down Steph Curry. He said it's the usual stuff. You can't go under screens. You have to contest without fouling. You have to recognize he will put the ball on the floor and drive if you overplay him. That's a lot to account for, guys.
Thank you, David. Curry with the bucket.
That's tough. Tough finish. Steph's not just a great shooter, but really great numbers through the years as being an elite finisher.
Here's Sharp. Outside, Avdia. Green with the ball. Now Avdia defending. Green, the pass to Curry. They kick it out to Green. The 3. The shot goes in. First of the night. He's 1 for 3 to start the game.
This team spaces the floor so well, and Draymond Green, if he's selective, can be somebody who can operate at the 3-point line.
And Klingon has it in the corner. There's a screen. Here's Sharp. Outside, Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Over Payton. Klingon's shot is off. Golden State's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. Here's Butler outside for Curry. Green, the screen. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. Shaden Sharp picks one up.
Draymond rising up into the contact. He's a good offensive player who finds his way this time to get to the free throw line.
And both free throws good for Green. Brent, Draymond Green's resume speaks for itself. What's he do, though, that we may not see or appreciate?
Well, Kevin, Draymond Green does such a great job of being a connector and communicator defensively. It is remarkable the way that he can impact every position on the floor by the way he uses both his position and his voice. Forget about the offense. Draymond takes on the challenge every night defensively, and that makes him elite.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
2 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Here's Avdia. Pass to Klingon. Here's Kamare. Now, here's Sharp. Driving inside.
Oh, yes, sir.
Here he comes, and there he goes.
Oh, look at him punish that rim. Outside Curry. Butler from outside. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And looking at what we've seen so far from the Trailblazers guys, what do you think?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
Keep plays alive with your activity. That's what it's about.
Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Then there's Murray. Then it's Anthony Simons. And it's Banton in at the 2. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. And Portland has possession. The Warriors making the shot. And that one, good. Simons has got the lead up to 3 now for Portland. And it's the Warriors with the ball. Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Kevin, Anthony Simons came into the NBA at age 19, and he's paid his dues, working his way up from the end of the bench to a starring role. Coach Chauncey Billups says he just believes he's one of the best players in the NBA. Confidence is a big thing. Well, Kevin, he certainly earned it. Back to you.
I would totally agree with you, D.A. Thank you so much. Hey, Brent, what's one area where we really see these Portland Trailblazers excelling?
Well, they're great on the offensive glass. They have presence on the inside. They have a ton of focus on just collecting rebounds. So great at retrieving those misses.
Here's Simons after the Warriors pick up 3. There's the triple. And Moody pulls it down. Warriors trail by 3. Here's Armstrong. Lays it up off the glass. Armstrong's got his second basket.
2 teammates connecting right there. Slick feed.
Grant sets a screen for Simon. And it's off from 3-point range. Golden State's gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc so far tonight. Here's Post. Count that bucket. Post has got 5 points so far.
Well, that's good teammate stuff right there. Looking for your guys. Buddy Hield has a strong feel for when to give it up.
And Simons wide open. He'll fire to the left side wing. Grant with a screen on Armstrong. Shot clock at 6. Gets the 3-pointer to fall. Simons has got 5 points now in the quarter.
Well, Simons loves to take threes. He's dependable from there.
Armstrong dishes to Hield. Pass to Kuminga. Armstrong against Simons. Armstrong gets the bucket.
Of all the action happening there, it's the assist that jumps out to me there. That's just a great look and a great setup for the bucket.
Now here's Simons. He has 5.
You have got to be kidding.
Hey, talk about taking things into your own hands. The Warriors trailing. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup. He's got 8.
You saw he altered his release, allowing him to get around his defender and then laid it in.
Ayton sets the pick for Simon. And the Trailblazers, another 3. Greg, we know about the Euro step, but is the decel the next move that's getting more notice?
I think it is, Kevin, and you can see players have quickly incorporated that into their arsenal. It's been fun to watch, man, and I tell you, it creates some uncomfortable situations.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
And it's Grant in the corner. Murray sets a screen for Grant. Offline with his 3. Warriors trail by 3. Back to Hield. 3-pointer. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the spacing right there for Buddy Hield allows him to get that shot off. You just can't give him that kind of space or he's going to hurt you.
Now here's Simon. He's got 10. Murray a screen on Kuminga. Grant the pass to Murray. Drops in the layup for 2. Murray's got 5 points in the quarter.
And really, it's been a major aspect of their offense in the early stages here. Their success working the ball inside and getting points from close range. And they keep hammering away at them inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
Oh, dunk.
Freakish.
Man overboard.
Wow.
Oh, that is just unreal. Is this the dunk contest, or are we actually playing a real game?
No, this one counts, Greg. Believe me.
My
With confidence to attempt an alley-oop to himself. And that one's good, Ayton.
The defense gets physical, but Ayton doesn't seem to get knocked off of balance. That helps him to keep the focus.
Count it, good. Armstrong's got 10.
Now they're playing working to perfection there, if that was their plan. And if it wasn't, maybe that should be their plan.
Grant outside. Sinks the 3-pointer. Grant's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
Now that's the kind of passing right there that makes a difference. Not just in that possession, but maybe on your play for the entire game.
And that's it for the first half. All right, Dave, thank you. And time now for the halftime break. With the third quarter soon to follow. Right here on 2K Sports. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. One of the stories here, Anthony Simons getting it done today.
Yeah, and through the first 2 quarters, he has been the offense for this team.
Yeah, he's shouldering the load right now and looking really comfortable while he's doing it.
Setting the floor for the Warriors. Up front, it's Green at the 4 with Jackson Davis at the 5. Gary Payton II is out there with Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward. Break since reaching 5 consecutive NBA Finals. The Warriors have missed the playoffs 3 of the past 5 years.
And to be fair, they did go 46-36 last season. They were 10 games over 500 last year. So they weren't a bad team, but Golden State doesn't just expect to be in the play-in. They want to be a contender.
Now Sharp after the missed 3 from Stephen Curry. Here's the 3. Avdia can't hit. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. It's a 3-point game.
Just a great setup there. You can see how Jimmy Butler enjoys making plays.
Here's Klingon. Scoreless thus far.
Always impressive when a smaller player has a nose for the ball and rises up amongst the taller ones to grab rebounds.
And the basket is good. Third quarter here and 5 lead changes so far.
And guys, neither team has been able to pull away.
Outside, Avdia. There's the pick. Pass to Klingon and stolen by Butler. And it's the Warriors on the break. The dunk and the foul, a powerhouse move, and he's got a chance for one more at the line. Denny Avdia picks one up.
Yeah, pretty good show of strength there by Jimmy Butler, able to convert even after the hit.
And Jimmy Butler puts together, Brent, one of the all-time playoff runs, leading the Heat to the finals in 2023.
Yeah, you don't want to live in or dwell on the past, but man, Miami being the 8th seed that year, Kevin, and with Jimmy putting up 38 a game in that first round against the Bucks. The guy earned the MVP at the Eastern Conference Finals. What a run.
Curry. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. They kick it out to Green. Butler in the corner. 6 to shoot. And another shot. Out to Payton. Butler sets a screen for Payton. They shoot again. Look at the attack of Butler in the lane.
I like Butler down low, fighting for points.
Trailblazers trail by 6. Now Sharp, 7 points in the game. Drills it from outside. Kamari's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. The Warriors have gotten 5 of 8 shots to fall for them in the third quarter. A nice 62% from the field. Oh, no, stopping Butler that time.
And Butler just taking that motion right through contact.
Sharp with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. And then Sharp with the dunk.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage. Here's Butler. Green taking his time here. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The Trailblazers have gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. It's deflected. Curry with the steal. A solo fast break.
So many guards that have great handles on the offensive end have great hands on defense too. That time, Steph Curry.
Here's Klingon. Pass to Kamari. And there's a foul. It goes on Jimmy Butler. That is his first foul of the game. So Portland ends up going with the new group. And the Warriors with some changes. 1:03 left in the third. And the slam dunk by Simon.
And I'm going to watch the coaching staff to see how many times they're going to call Anthony Simon's number with the way he's got it going here.
Pass to post. Over in the corner, Kuminga. Here's Post. 6 on the shot clock. The shot will not fall. Some solid defense from Ayton. Now here's Murray. Back to Ayton. It's stolen. To the paint. Here's Armstrong. Outside, Kuminga. Healed outside. Rebounded by DeAndre Ayton. Outside, Simon.
Oh, just solid on the one-handed slam.
And guys, when it's a tight ball game like this, he's the guy they want with the ball. And stolen by Ayton. And as we conclude the third quarter, what a game. Neither team giving ground. Warrior. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
The coaches talk about it all the time, but to be able to play with that kind of feel, nice play, collaborating, improvising, and organic.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. Grant steps in at 4 with Ayton, the big man, in the middle. Then it's Anthony Simon. Then there's Murray. And it's Banton in at the 2 spot. That's the group in the game for the Trailblazers. Simon's with the ball. Out guarded by Hield. Grant. That's good.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Kamar is checked in. Avdia comes in for Murray. Matisse Thybulle's checked in for Delano Banton. And Shaden Sharp subbed in for Anferny Simon. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Steve Kerr talked to his team during the break. Now, he preached the importance of patience down the stretch. Coach said, we're not going to get it all back at once. Let's take it one trip at a time. Make it simple, make it easy. Kevin, back to you.
All right, David, thanks. And it's Sharp missing.
Really excellent defense there. They know he's capable of knocking it down from the outside, and they could not have played him better.
And here's Green outside. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Portland leading by 5. Sharp, the pass to Thibault. And here's Avdia. Five on the clock. Here's Kamara. Sharp on the wing. And he's good on the 3-ball. And now an 8-point Trailblazer lead.
Great at creating shots. Sharp did it there with that catch and shoot.
Here's Curry. Curry gets inside and lays it in.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They've worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Offensive rebound. Outside, Avdia. Peyton a screen on Green. Here's Avdia. Drops in the tray. And the Trailblazers lead by 9.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
It's one thing to have teams shoot a bunch of threes, but with this team being that hot defensively, you got to chase them away from anywhere near that line.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Yeah, so easy to root for Stephen Curry because of how much fun he seems to have on the floor. Embraces the competition, but is able to laugh it off when something doesn't go his way. A lot of things do, though. It's been a struggle all night long from deep, but doesn't seem like he's lost his confidence. He's still letting them rip. All those weapons, and Draymond Green ends up being the guy hurting you. What a huge shot.
Pass to Sharp. A 3-ball. Green with the rebound. Green's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jackson Davis. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Outside, Avdia. 1:46 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Trailblazers moving the ball around. Here's Kamara, defended by Butler. And again, it's the Trailblazers missing. Warriors trail by 3. Green kicks to Peyton. Back to Green. Curry setting the pick for Green. Outside for Curry. Outside, Peyton. Butler a screen on Sharp. No one near Peyton as he lets it go. And it's all evened up. Peyton's got his first 3 points of the game.
That's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
The coach over there just asking for one simple thing, and that's some effort. Got burned on that one.
Curry finds Green. Good! And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Warriors.
Great job by this team closing out, blocking a bunch of shots, and just a tremendous effort defensively.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced an easy score.
That is world class.
Love seeing that. They're a huge possession, and he nets it.
Outside, Green. There's 39 seconds left in the game. Here's Curry over Thibault. And they're moving it up. Out to the wing. Here's Kamara. Misses the 3. And here are the Warriors now. Here's Curry. Pass to Payton. Green left side. The kick outside to Butler. Oh, and a chance to win the game, but the last second shot is offline. And regular. These teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters, and now we head to overtime. Should be a blast. We've got Matisse Thybulle. He's out there with Shaedon Sharpe. Ayton is out there with Denny Avdia. And it's Kamare in at the 4.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Thybulle on the wing. And by Green. Into the lane. Warriors with the rebound.
You have to really like his energy getting to the rim there. Shocked that he blew the dunk, but you know most times he's going to posterize his man.
Trailblazers trail by 3. Pass to Thybulle. Takes the 3. Bangs home the trifecta.
Nice vision from the youngster. Sharp that time.
And it's Curry with the ball. Bringing it up for the Warriors. Out to Payton. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Sharpe. And then Sharpe with the dunk. And the Trailblazers lead by 2. Golden State's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Curry's shot is good. Curry's got 5 points now in the quarter.
This is just not a surprise. Steph Curry is having a massive offensive game.
Here's Sharpe. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Jackson Davis has got 6 rebounds now in the game. Butler attacking, and it's Butler with the jam.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Well, he makes the basics look pretty exceptional. Sharpe, the pass to Ayton. Sharpe against Payton. Pass to Kamare. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. The coach's challenge has been...
The more difficult calls to make. Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able to. A challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. They're double-checking, and the game continues on.
He's perfect from the line this time.
And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
A three-pointer, no good. For Portland, they've gone 2 of 4 on their shots here at overtime. Thybulle kicks to Avdia. They set the screen. Puts one up. Shot clock at 6. Thybulle with the ball. Curry meets him.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
Here's Curry with the 3. Rebound by the Trailblazers.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Here's Payton. It's good. And what a sensational bucket to bring them within 1.
Just a late reaction there from the defense, and he is always going to finish that.
Sweet move.
And this young guy is already imposing his will on the game. Sharpe, someone you can count on in the moment.
Outside Butler. Back to Curry. From past the arc. The 3 won't fall. And so the big win by Portland in a tight game. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime.
have been tough to come by lately.
No doubt. That creates a little bit of added pressure, too. So the last thing a struggling team wants to do is lose to an opponent in the same situation.
And here's Memphis's starting group. Manning the backcourt, we'll see Moran and Payne. Edey out there with Jackson, and it's Wells in at the 3 slot. Kicks it out to Payne, takes a 3, good, and the setup by Moran.
And you see the unselfishness from Morant, wanting to share that ball with any open teammate.
Sharp goes in, wide open. Klingen's shot is off. And here's Memphis. It's a 3-point game. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
It's just so much fun to watch Ja fly. The way this man can take off is so impressive.
Off the outside. Pass to Klingen. Launches it. Knocks down the long J.
Hey, good to get him going right away. I mean, those are the shots that really boost confidence.
It makes a difference for them if he can establish his 3-point shot as a weapon.
Now here's Morant. Edey for 3. Rebounded by Kamari. Now Portland with it. Blockbuster trades have become more the norm here in the NBA, Grant. Just ask Portland in 2023.
Yeah, the Trailblazers were at the center of some big moves, but that's just how it's done now. Entire teams can be restructured in the process of a single transaction.
It's Sharp on the wing, guarded by Payne, and he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
And this is why Sharp slices inside, because he wants to get fouled while shooting.
Portland shooting their first free throws of the game now. Both free throws good from Sharp. Richard, for years, the Grizzlies team motto was grit and grind. You think that shifted?
They're a little bit flashier now, but they still have that underdog spirit. That's what grit and grind is about. They're always out to prove themselves.
The Trailblazers have gone 1 for 3 so far. Again, the miss by the Trailblazers. The Grizzlies have gone 3 of 5 here in the opening quarter.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Portland has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Sharp. Tipped. Here's Wells. Yes, and a nice assist from Jackson. Wells has got 5.
Don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Pass to Klingen. Here's Kamari. And looks like an illegal pick was set. That gets the ref's attention.
You're not going to fool the officials too often on an illegal screen.
That's a very avoidable turnover. You gotta focus on the details.
Payne with a screen on Thibault. Here's Morant. He got a piece of it. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
When asked about Desmond Bane, Coach Taylor Jenkins said he's grown into a leadership role. Guys look to him because he sets an example. Bane said experience is the best teacher. Being in this league for several years, you start to find your voice and your confidence in things you know and say.
All right, Allie, thanks. And so it's Memphis with it. Portland making their last shot. Morant, the pass to Bane. 6 to shoot. Back to Morant. Fires from the corner. Basket counts. Morant's got his second basket.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game. I know what they say, defense wins championships, but you need some bucket getters too now.
Here's Morant. Morant with the slam!
As usual, Morant bringing down the house.
And one thing that Morant has always been a lead at, finding a seam in a defense and getting to the rim, Grant.
Yeah, any crack allows him to get inside. And as good as anyone at splitting a double, which he sees a lot of. So once inside, he can finish with authority or kick it out to a shooter. Just taking it right to the rim. And no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
Blazers trail by 5. To the inside, Kamari. And he converts the layup.
attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
Jackson, pass to Wells. It's tipped. Now the Blazers moving it up. Avdia from outside. Pure from three-point range. Avdia's got 8.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
Shot and game clock separated by 5. Outside Bane. Jackson outside. Soft touch off the glass. He's got 5.
And he's no stranger to contact inside. Love watching Jackson bully his way through aggressive defense.
I know it's early, but you have to wonder if these offenses can keep this up.
There will be some letdown at some point, but these teams, they are built to score, so just enough resistance to force them as barely. That's one he'll generally make.
Denny Avdia making it. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from Portland.
Attacking relentlessly, drawing fouls. They won that first quarter at the stripe.
Hoping to continue that success from the line throughout this one.
On the court for Memphis, they've got Gigi Jackson. Also Brandon Clark out there. And it's Williams in at the 2 guard. Memphis has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And here's the fast break. And here's Simons outside. Fires in the triple.
Oh, that's impactful defense right there. Finding a steal and instantly turning it into offense.
Grant, there have been so many great players that have gone through Portland over the years.
Yeah, it's hard to believe it's almost 50 years since their last title. It's a great city with a great fan base. And for their sake, I hope their second title comes soon.
Simons outside. Pass to Ben. 3-pointer. Durant outside. Now Aiden. Misses in close. Just over a minute has passed here in the second quarter. The kick out to Williams. Misses the 3. Portland has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Simons outside, launches a 3. The rebound by Jackson.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
Oh, Clark with the slam.
Transition basketball, the most reliable way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, when you hustle on the break like he does, good things tend to happen.
The drive by Simons. Back to Aiden. Out to Simons. From behind the arc. Second shot opportunity. And Aiden gets it to go.
Not afraid to throw his big body around. Aiden good at keeping plays going.
Dives for it. Now here's Simons. Pass to Grant. 4-3. Nails it from beyond the arc. And it's a 4-point Portland lead. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
From the very start of this game, they have been giving the ball handlers trouble, using good pressure to force turnovers and get steals.
Yeah, we got to talk about how pestering they've been on defense, forcing turnovers and finding ways to score off them. You know, I have to admire a guy like Anthony Simons. Early in his career, he was seen as undersized, but with his skill and pure athleticism, he balances the scales against bigger players, and he's become a ferocious scorer. They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's his first foul. And here in the second quarter, about 3 minutes played. Jackson for 3. Counted from distance. Jackson's got his first 3 points of the game.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Kept alive. They kick it out to Murray. Grant outside. A deep 3. Hits the trifecta. Grant's got 6 points in the quarter.
quick shooting from Grant. He gets it and takes it. It's just that easy for him sometimes.
Here's Pippen. He's covered by Simons. Pippen, no good. And here's Portland. They're on a 17-7 run. Pass to Graham. No good on the triple. And so it's Williams with it. He brings it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. Trailing by 10.
A strong finish to cut into that lead a little.
Man, left no doubt with that one, Grant. Now here's Simons. He's got 9. Now here's Grant. Murray, a screen on Clark. Grant, the pass to Murray. Back to Grant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Again, the miss by Grant. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
Goes up and lays it in. Nice and easy.
That's been the story of their offense so far. Getting a number of looks from point-blank range.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pippen, the pass to Jackson. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on G.G. Jackson. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
Portland leading by 6. Hayden with a screen. And here's Simons outside. It's deflected. And they're able to recover. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball.
Memphis ball.
There's 10 seconds left in the first half of basketball. Pippen, the pass to Jackson with 2 seconds left. And the dunk by Jackson.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. Trailblazers out in front, up by 4. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. One of the stories here, Denny Avdia getting it done today.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
He always wants to be a go-to guy for them. I'm sure he'll be calling for the ball even more in this half.
Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, then it's Denny Avdia, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. That's the group starting the second half for Chauncey Billups. After 3 straight playoff appearances, the Grizzlies sadly missed the postseason in 2024.
You know, really by no fault of their own, B.A. Injuries ruined what fans were hoping would be a big year for them. You know, it just goes to show there's no safe bets in this league. Keeping pace here, that's an excellent move inside.
Pass to Avdia. Puts up a 3. He's locked in. Drains his 5th shot in as many attempts.
Defensively, gotta close out a little faster. That's a look he'll make with regularity.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Matisse Thybulle. That's his first foul. Here's Bain. Doesn't go that time. Nice D from Avdia. Portland leading by 6. Pass to Sharp.
Put that one-man show on Broadway.
That's one way to go with the alley-oop. Memphis has gone 4 of 8 from 3. A nice percentage. Oh, they get a hand on it. Morant against Thybulle. Morant, the pass to Bain. The 3 is up. And it's Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 4 rebounds in the game. It's Avdia on the wing. Pass to Sharp. And they're running. Wells, the pass to Morant. Here's Edey. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
The dime courtesy of Morant. I'd love to play with Ja. He's always looking to move that ball.
Pass to Klingon. Now Avdia. Here's Kamari. Back to Avdia. Shot clock at 6. No good with the triple. Grizzlies trail by 6. And you think about the fearlessness of Ja Morant and how he attacks, even as a smaller player. RJ, you got any comparisons?
I would say AI, but AI was more of a two-guard, even though he was a couple inches shorter, but definitely similarities of how they attack the paint with fearlessness.
Jackson, the pass to Wells. Here's Bane. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Klingon's shot is off. For Memphis, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter.
Ooh, a two-handed power slam. Great job on the back end of the play.
Yep, finished with both hands, making sure of it. They set the pick. Pass to Klingon. Sharp against Bane. It's Sharp with the drive. Into the lane. And he goes in for the dunk.
Yeah, not afraid to finish at the rim. Sharp, just relentless. Morant with the slam! Oh, save that for the dunk contest. That flush was so extra.
Whether or not this game is close, he's the same guy, focused on finishing firm at the rim. Here's Kamari, guarded by Bane. Now Sharp, and there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
And so difficult to defend. Sharp has 3-level scoring ability, and he is prolific.
And that'll be Memphis's ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. So Portland ends up going with a new group. Pass to Pippen. Clark outside. Tries again. And he takes it up and lays it in. Clark's got 8.
These are exactly the kind of shots they want to generate each and every time down the floor.
Now here's Simons. The D's right on him. Hayden with a screen. And he's going for the lob. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer.
Makes his
and so it's Shaedon Sharpe making highlights for Portland, hunting for opportunities, leading to 9 points in the quarter. We're coming right back. Don't go anywhere. All right, let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by... State Farm.
You talk about painting a magnificent picture with that dime. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. On the court for Memphis, we've got Brandon Clark, also G.G. Jackson out there. And it's Huff in at the 5, roaming the paint.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there, just takes his 2 points, moves on. Grant in the post. Clark covers. Here's Benton. Back to Grant. Pass to Simons. Grant the screen. Simons with it. And Clark picks him up defensively. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Huff can't get it to go. Portland leading. Outside Murray. Back to Grant. Here's the 3. He buries it from 3.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
3-on-3. Out to Simons. Grant with a screen on Williams. And here's Simons outside. Another 3 for Portland. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
Yeah, another thing they did well, running the floor. They've kept the pace high and pulled away with their transition offense.
Pass to Banton. Outside Murray. Back to Banton. Shot clock at 5. Grant with a screen on Williams. Murray for 3. Ayton passes to Grant. Goes back up. And that one is right through the heart. Grant's got 5 points now in the quarter.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
Man, this has been a fun one. But look, who doesn't love a high-scoring game? He saw a path to the rim, and he took it. The defense just couldn't stop him.
Banton passes to Grant. They set a pick. 3-pointer off the mark. Grizzlies trail by 6. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Jackson gets the bucket.
There was a time you could get yelled at for taking a 3 like that, but now it's a great decision, and it paid off.
Blocked! And they get it back. Murray passes to Simons. 1:49 left in the 4th. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Oh, Clark with the slam.
And when they need it most, they show us some clutch play on both ends of the floor.
There's the foul. It's on Anthony Simons. That's his first foul of the game.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
A big group substitution here for Portland. Kamara, he's checked in for Grant. Avdia comes in for Murray. Thibault, he's checked in for Banton. And it's Sharp in for Simons. And a new group getting ready for Memphis. Edie's checked in for Huff. Jackson comes in for Clark. Bain, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Ja Morant in for Pippen. Pass to Kamari. Up and in on the layup. And the Trailblazers lead by 1. Neither team able to take a hold of this game.
Yeah, it's been a tight one. Numerous lead changes, very competitive.
Rebound by the Trailblazers. They've led by as much as 10. 3-pointer Sharp. Buries it from 3. Sharp's got 12 points in just the second half.
Yeah, fearless play by Sharp in clutch time. He wants us to know he's ready to shine in these challenging moments.
Pass to Ayton. There's 47 seconds left to play in the 4th. There's a screen. Moran against Avdia. There's the 3. Right wing. Here's Kamari. Gets the 3 ball to go. And now a 7-point Trailblazer lead.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Bain, the pass to Jackson. Looking to win the run. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
First personal foul. First team foul.
There's 10 seconds left in the final quarter, and they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
And a smart choice right there. I mean, you can't allow them to just drain the clock.
And that's an intentional foul.
First personal foul. second team foul.
He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5.
Denny Avdia.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Payne from deep three-point land. Missed it. And so Portland takes the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Coach. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Wells is out there with Jackson, and it's Edey in at the 5, roaming the paint. Morant with it, Butler covering, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Ja Morant. That's his first foul.
Really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
No one near Payton as he lets it go. And the 3 off target. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. It's a 3-point game. Connects from 3-point range.
And you can see the confidence Morant possesses. He's fine testing his luck with the quick pull-up J. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Once he gets in deep on the defense, there is no way he's missing a layup like that.
Just such a well-rounded offensive player. He's got a little bit of everything.
Butler kicks to Curry. The shot's good on the assist by Butler.
It doesn't matter if it's off the bounce or off the catch. Curry never loses rhythm on his jump shot.
From deep 3-point land, the Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. Here's Wells. That 3 off the mark. The Warriors have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. And the basket by Curry.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best 3-point shooter I've ever seen. And to me, Draymond Green really embodies the idea of a high IQ player. He can read the opposition, predict where a play is going, and those instincts aren't something that can be easily taught to anyone.
And now it's Green running. He can go all the way. And Stephen Curry, another 3. Curry's got 9 points.
And that's another basket for him. They have really come out blazing here in the first.
Drains the 3 while he's being fouled, and he might be able to make this a 4-point play.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Of the 2 offenses here tonight, you can tell theirs is just a bit more in sync.
Well, I think it's because they're calling sets that really match up well with their personnel.
Offensive rebound, out to the right wing. Edey finds himself wide open and drills it. Edey's got his second bucket.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
And Draymond Green picks up the foul. That's his first foul.
Yeah, way to get there first and be willing to absorb the contact.
Here's Edey. He has 5. No one covering. He's got 8.
As a passer, Morant has developed great instincts, and he's going to exploit those gaps in the D.
Green, the pass to Curry. Puts the move on, and he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Warriors.
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
And not only that, their elite conditioning evident from the pace they're playing offensively. Boy, they are getting out and running.
And defensively, that's just not going to cut it.
Misses from close range. And so it's Bane with it. He'll bring it up for Memphis. Trailing by 4. Edey gets the bucket.
I'll tell you what, I'm not sure these guys can keep this up.
Well, you expect there to be peaks and valleys, but you've got some excellent scores on both sides.
And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And Curry's not the biggest guy, but he can sense the contact coming and makes the adjustment.
And many around the league believe Curry doesn't get enough fouls called in his favor. GA, what do you think?
There could be some truth to that. He gets held and grabbed more than anyone when running off screens, but especially blatant on drives to the rim.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Ja Morant was the first NBA guard in a quarter century to lead the league in points in the paint. He says, I can't just rely on dunking every single play, so I need different types of finishes to get my shot off, whether it's high off the glass, the reverse, or hanging in the air forever. And Kevin, he just says it so casually. Back to you.
I know it. But look, David, he doesn't do it casually, right? He is a one-man circus. Wells passes to Jackson. To the left wing. From deep. Warriors with the rebound. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Green drives in. And Green slams it in.
And I love the physicality Draymond puts behind this drive. Get in his way at your own risk.
In the corner, it's Bain. Here's Heaney. Good on the three-point shot. He's got 19 points.
Yeah, showing off that ability to stretch the floor. Seems like everyone is a threat at the arc these days.
It's been all about Stephen Curry for the Golden State Warriors. Going up. Some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after the first quarter of play. What do you guys think about the Warriors here so far?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, they gave the other team no time to breathe. Every time they got the ball, they were off to the races. And you see how effective this aggressive mindset can be.
Moses Moody is out there with Jonathan Kuminga. Then it's Hield, and it's Spencer in at the 1. That's the group for the Golden State Warriors to start the second quarter. So Stan, the Grizzlies trio of Ja Morant, Desmond Bain, and Jaren Jackson Jr. From the outside looking in, what a great base going forward.
I agree with that, Kevin. Look, not only are those three outstanding individual players, but they complement each other so well. There's such a great fit with those three guys. That's a great base for the future.
Huff. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. Stan, of all the different styles of offense in this NBA, what style is the toughest to defend, toughest to stop?
Kevin, I don't think there's really any difference in terms of styles or systems in terms of what's tough to stop. It's players, and it's how well a system maximizes their best players. That's what makes teams tough to stop.
And again, Memphis, no good.
Well, when they're playing off you, you have to make them pay. And he couldn't.
He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
And not just a score. Hield is solid at reading when his guys are open for a look.
Here's Huff. And the layup's good off the glass.
Well, when you move the ball, you open up the defense. Great job to make the unselfish play.
Spencer, the pass to Kuminga. From outside, off the mark.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
A nice shot by Spencer. Golden State's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
First team foul.
Grizzlies have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. Williams kicks to Jackson. The 3. The rebound by Hield. Warriors have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the second quarter, shooting 40%. Post misses the shot.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Second quarter of play with almost 3 minutes gone. Huff passes to Williams. Just 4 to shoot. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Huff, no good.
Well, if you have the space, you have to take that shot. He missed it, but he's trying to keep the defense honest.
Post misses the shot. Memphis has gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Here's Spencer. Banked in off the glass. Spencer's got 6 here in this quarter.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Pass to Spencer. They set the pick. Here's Post. Fires from deep. Not going to fall. Starting off slow, he misses his first 3 from the floor. Lets it go with a 3. A nice shot by Huff. Huff's got the lead up to 5 now for the Grizzlies. Inside, they could use a bucket, and it is flushed down with a nice jam.
Go into the rack with energy, and the D afraid to cut him off.
Yeah, got to chalk that one up to some shaky defending.
And with the score as close as it is, these are the opportunities you truly can't allow.
Buries the long-range jumper.
Well, that's a shot you don't mind him taking. Gets a good look and trusts his shot to knock down the 3.
Takes it inside. Pass to Moody. Fires for 3. Hands it from downtown. Moody's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
Pass to Spencer. Off target with his 3. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-5 run. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Spencer, the pass to Clark. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Looking to make plays for others. We've seen this from him all night.
Yeah, when there's been an open man, he's found him, and you love to see a guy dishing it like this.
Here's Spencer, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And I like the fact that the defense is looking to protect the rim at all costs.
Both good from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left here in the second. Morant right side. Here's Wells. No good on the last second attempt there. So that'll be it for the first half. Fairly even battle underway in this one. Thanks, David. And we'll be back shortly following halftime to get the third quarter underway.
Fans, please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Morant is the point with Bane out on the wing. Jackson is out there with Edey. And it's Wells in at the 3 spot. And he hits it and gets hacked on the play. A 3-point possibility if he can convert the free throw.
And that's a great play on the backboard for him. I mean, it's what we expect. All his second chance points do not come by accident.
And the NBA, right or wrong, Stan, has been called a copycat league before. If something works, it catches on quick. Is that a fair statement?
Well, I think it is to some degree, Kevin. Certainly, we all watch each other and learn from each other, and you're always looking to see what someone else does in their system that would fit into what you do, but you can never fully copy another team because the personnel is different.
Yeah, every roster's different, isn't it? And you've got to tailor things you want to do with what you've got.
That's exactly right. So if my personnel's not the same as yours, I might be able to take a little bit of what you do, but I can't take it wholesale.
Oh, quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
And it's Green missing. And the Grizzlies leading by 6. Morant kicks to Jackson. Pass to Edey for the 3. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
That's inexcusable defense right there. You gotta contest the shot better than that.
And blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Kevin, thanks. The NBA 65 games requirement for postseason awards has drawn some criticism. But Adam Silver says, ultimately, this is about the fans and putting the best product forward. Load management was not working for us. This is having the desired effect. The guys are out on the floor. Kevin?
Yeah, they want to be on the floor, right? Keep them tuning in. Good stuff, DA. Thank you. Edey gets the bucket.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
An unorganized defense like that is not going to help them close this deficit.
Green dishes to Curry. Curry on the move. And Desmond Bane pulls it down. Bane's got his 4th rebound in this one. And, you know, Stan, we've watched Desmond Bane evolve into a #1 option on offense. He's always been there, but now he really is at the top of the heap.
Yeah, he sure is. Look, Kevin, you know, he came into the league as a three-point shooter, and he's a great one. But he's developed his game off the dribble, very good mid-range shooter, and he's strong enough to finish around the rim.
And Morant throws it down.
Just as quick as anyone in this league, Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
Payton kicks to Butler. That's good. And it's Payton with the assist. Butler's got 6 points.
It's those kind of passes that bring up the entire team's confidence.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Butler on the way. They kick it out to Green. Curry with it. He's picked up by Morant. Butler misses the layup. He had him with that bump fake. And the Grizzlies leading by 12. To the inside. It's stolen by Curry. Outside, Green. Here he goes. Wells with the steal. Pass to Edey. Up and in on the layup. Edey's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Well, he's been a lot of their offense, and the numbers certainly show it.
Wells with the steal. Right side, Bane. Jackson passes to Wells. Here's Edey. No good on the triple. The Warriors have gone 5 of 9 on field goal attempts since halftime. It's blocked. Butler against Morant. Poked away. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he jams it after taking the nice feed on the run.
Yeah, and all eyes were on Butler, but he has the vision to find the open man.
Bane kicks to Wells. The Grizzlies with another miss. Warriors trail by 12. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Curry making it look so easy.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, it's the shot teams are looking for.
Matching baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Here's Jackson, and Jackson throws it down hard.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. And so it's Memphis, up by a dozen here at the end of the quarter. Their strategy. How about a look at today's State Farm assist of the game?
And, you know, you can always count on him for at least a couple of these pretty assists over the course of a game. And this one, a thing of beauty.
Well, that is what coaches want from their point guards. Set others up, play the game the right way.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. They've got Moody. Armstrong is out there with Buddy Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Here's Spencer. He's covered by Armstrong. A nice shot by Spencer. And the Grizzlies lead by 17.
Hey, right here.
Left side, Kuminga. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Williams passes to Huff. Good, great play by Williams to set it up.
It's impressive, the level of domination at both ends, and you're seeing the results.
Yeah, and to do it on the road, it shows how well prepared this team was coming into this contest.
The kick out to Williams. Out to the right wing. Just 5 to shoot. Good on the shot. Huff's got 7 now in this quarter. And so Steve Kerr calls for the timeout. Wants to make sure everybody's coordinated and intent. Jackson Davis is checked in for Kuminga. Kevon Looney comes in for Moses Moody. Butler, he's checked in for Buddy Hield. And it's Green in for Armstrong. Memphis leading by 18. Pass to Edey. And he throws it down hard with one hand.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. It's Morant with the drive. And then Morant slams it in.
And he can get to the rim with the best of them. Morant always finds a way.
And we're seeing some big paydays for NBA head coaches these days, Stan. Do you miss it?
Do I miss the paychecks? Yeah, payday was always really good in the NBA. No question about that.
What about now, though? What about now?
Well, it's gone through the roof, but look, the trade-off is the paydays are big, but there's not a great deal of job security, Kevin.
And the wide-open shot from Green. No good on the three. For Memphis, they've gone 6 of 8 from the field in the fourth so far. It's been a great start to this final quarter for them. Edey off target from three-point range. And here's Green. He'll bring it up for the Warriors. Here's Looney. Good. Great play by Green to set it up. Green's got assist number 8 here in this one already. Puts up a 3. Draymond Green pulls it in. Green's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And the Grizzlies leading by 17. Bain drives in. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Yeah, and at this point, the focus is take care of the ball, no needless fouls, and no threes.
They set the pick. Pass to post. No good with the triple. Memphis has gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Memphis.
It was a standout performance across the board.
I mean, it was like watching a cat play with a mouse. They were able to do more or less whatever they wanted.
And he's good on the second. And he nails the third. Here's Green. Butler in the corner. And again, no good by Golden State. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Pass to Edey. And the official signaled the backcourt violation. Not very careful there.
Basketball.
Here's Green. It's good.
Well, anytime you can get a good look close in like that, it's always your best option.
Got a piece of it. Here's Edey. Jackson Davis defending. Edey can't hit. There's 49 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he goes in for the dunk. Memphis with the ball. It's an 18-point lead. On the wing, Jackson. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
It is always a special feeling winning on the road. The degree of difficulty adding to that sense of accomplishment.
It's Morant with the drive. Jackson has the open look, and again it's Memphis with the three.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And here is Green. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. Thanks so much, David. And that'll wrap it up, folks.
Out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then there's Klingon, and it's Kamare in at the power forward position. And for Golden State, inside it's Green next to Jackson Davis. Gary Payton II is out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Butler in at the 3, the small forward.
Draymond Green taking it out on the rim that time.
And when you look at the numbers for these teams, Brent, they both pile up assists. Those are
some of the better teams to play for and are the most dangerous in terms of setting up your scheme defensively. Coaching staffs have a really hard time trying to get their team ready against an opponent that moves the ball as often as both of these teams do tonight.
Now here's Green. Back to Butler. Just 5 on the clock. Here's the pick from deep three-point range. And Klingon pulls it down. Avdia outside. Fires the 3. Warriors with the rebound. And the foul called on Draymond Green. That's his first foul.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
First quarter of play, a minute in. Avdia with it. Jackson Davis picks him up. Pass to Klingon. Beyond the arc. Sinks the tray.
Hey, when he he's hitting that shot, it really helps the spacing for this team.
Yeah, no question. When he is connecting from those kind of spots on the floor, it is just a huge boost for what they can do offensively.
And a fun fact here, Brent, the Trailblazers' name was actually chosen by the fans.
Oh, that's so awesome, BA, to remind fans of how it is that Portland got its name. It was an open contest, and they had, I think, over 10,000 entries. And there are a couple other names that we should throw out there. It could have been the Pioneers or the Doug Furs. I think they chose wisely.
Now here's Green. Out of bounds. It'll be Trailblazers ball.
That's just poor communication between those two. The passer has to make sure his teammate is established, and the teammate has to know the pass is coming. See, that's communication.
Here's Avdia from the arc. Hauled in by Curry. On the wing, Payton releases, and the Warriors miss again.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
A sharp steal and some quick offense cuts it down to a one-possession game. Well done.
For three, Klingon. He's in his comfort zone. 2 for 2. To start this one.
Oh, and that's a nice find by one of the youngest players in the league. Sharp with tremendous upside to his game.
And here's Butler outside. Portland with a rebound. Klingon's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Avdia. And he wills that one in, sinking it right through the back of the iron.
Certainly not the best look, but I admire the confidence to let it fly.
From the high post. Shot is good by Curry.
Good shot selection there from Steph, feeling the rhythm and then easily connecting on the pull-up.
Back to Avdia. They set the screen. Three-pointer. Jackson Davis grabs the miss. Warriors trail by 5. From outside the arc. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Brent, you could hit the 3 back in your day, and no doubt, Stephen Curry is the best three-point shooter in league history. What makes him so good from deep?
To me, BA, it comes down to the way that Steph goes about his habits in practice. If you ever watch footage of him in pregame warm-ups or in the offseason, there is so much variability in what he does in terms of preparing his feet and hands to shoot the basketball. There's no one that practices the way that Steph does, and there's no one that produces the way that he does either. That's tremendous balance. Steph's ability to keep his composure in that tough situation, work in a tight space, that's impressive.
Now here's Avdia. And again, it's Portland with a 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Left side, Green. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Green's got 5 points.
How about that answer from Draymond Green? You don't think the competitor in him wants to step up and answer the call? He did it there.
And it goes out of bounds. That one off Green. They double him with Curry. And that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
There's 38 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Green against Avdia. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 6-point game. And Klingon pulls it down. Klingon's got 7 rebounds in the game. Kamari, that's good.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And here's Curry, pass to Jackson Davis. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's the Portland Trailblazers. We welcome you back to second quarter action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Trailblazers.
Well, we're in the era of the three-point basket. So if you want to win games in this league, you have to connect from deep, and they have been thus far.
Love the passing that they displayed at the start of the game. Great ball movement that's opening up some chances without really getting deep into the execution.
Jonathan Kuminga is out there with Kevon Looney. Then it's Buddy Hield. Then it's Moses Moody. And it's Armstrong in at the point guard position. That's the group for Golden State as we kick off the second quarter. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Well, Jeremy Grant averaged single digits in points the first 4 seasons of his career, but over the last 4 seasons, he's scoring over 20 a game. He said it all changed for him back in Detroit, adding, quote, "I grew as a player, being the #1 option and seeing different coverages. Now I'm reaping the benefits," unquote. Brian?
All right, Allie, thanks. You know, not too many teams have the stability at head coach as the Warriors have had, Brent.
Well, I'm not sure there's ever been a more perfect fit for a team than Steve Kerr with the Golden State Warriors. It has been a magical run in the Bay Area, and you just look at the type of connectivity he has with his players, and again, how much joy these Warriors play with.
Now here's Kuminga. No points yet. Armstrong, no good.
Maybe a little false confidence there. Not a high percentage shot for him.
Coaches will tell you that's a bad shot, but when your teammates tell you that, you probably got to think about it.
Fires for 3. And it's Reith missing. Warriors trail by 12. Here's Looney. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Reith. He's watched by Kuminga. Pass to Rupert. The 3. They get it again. Patton on the wing. Let's go with a 3. Drops in the 3.
That's the kind of passing you want there. Work the ball around, keep it moving, try to get an assist on every bucket.
And down it goes. 2 points. Armstrong's got 5. Portland leading by 13. Takes the 3. That won't go. Just 2 for 7 shooting. Golden State has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Out to Hield.
And yeah, he still was moving at the point of contact.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And here in the second quarter of action, just a hair under 2.5 minutes played. Armstrong can't hit the turnaround jumper.
Let's be honest, that's not a shot he should be taking.
No, he should know better. He knows that's not his game, which is why we don't see him take that shot often.
Warriors trail by 13. Lets it go from deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. Reed's got 4 rebounds in the game. From deep, hits the 3-pointer. He's got 9. And you played for several different coaches with very different philosophies, Grant. Did you have a favorite system?
Well, you know, B.A., I did. I played 19 years, a number of different coaches. But the 8 seconds or less offense back when I was with the Suns as a player, you want to run. And honestly, it's so much fun getting up and down the court like that. And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the 3-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Here's Reith. And the Blazers getting another bucket right there.
And man, can that guy shoot a turnaround jumper or what? Almost an impossible shot to defend.
Hield for 3. Simons with a rebound. Portland leading by 18. To the middle. Out of bounds. It'll be Warriors ball.
Now, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Here's Armstrong. Give him 8 points now. Outside Moody. Goes up on the baseline. Here's Looney. And again, it's the Warriors missing. For Portland, they've gotten 6 shots to fall out of 13 attempts here in the second. And it's Reith missing. And the Warriors shooting poorly, just 30% so far. From the corner. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
First personal foul.
And Brent, you've always seen the flashes, but now it seems the game is slowed down for Kuminga.
Well, BA, a lot of fans clamoring for Kuminga to get minutes even earlier on, but the Warriors took a very slow approach to his development, and now you're starting to see some of that athleticism and strength and some of that patience paying off for Jonathan Kuminga.
Healed from outside, and it's Reith with the rebound. Reith's got 6 rebounds in the game. Grant's shot is off. Warriors trail by 18. 17 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Armstrong. He's covered by Grant. Over to the wing. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Armstrong. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Portland. A sizable 18-point lead at the end of the period. A big difference in shooting percentages. Okay, Ali, appreciate it. And folks, we'll be back after halftime to begin the third quarter.
And get ready for the fans half-court shot.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. And so it's Avdia with it. He brings it up for Portland. Checking out the group for Chauncey Billups to start the second half. They've got Jabari Walker, Shaden Sharp out there with Matisse Thybulle. Then it's Williams, and it's Avdia in at the 3. Here's Sharp. It's good, and he drew contact on the shot, so he will go to the line. A 3-point play opportunity. Murray's checked in for Avdia. Portland shooting their first foul shot of the game. One thing this Golden State team does very well is control the offensive glass, Brent.
Well, there's been a lot of talk analytically, BA, about how advantageous it is to come in and swoop through to grab offensive rebounds. Golden State has bought into that philosophy. They also have guys who take a lot of long shots, so that's long rebounds with a better chance of gaining an extra possession. So some smart analytical play here from Golden State in the past couple seasons.
Warriors trail by 19, and that's a foul called on Stephen Curry. That's foul number 2 for him.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Murray.
A sloppy turnover. When you're not locked in, you pay the price.
Here's Jackson Davis. Walker pulls down the board.
That might not be the shot they want him taking, even with the D backing off.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. Outside, Williams. The 3. Jimmy Butler with a rebound. Butler's got 5 rebounds tonight. Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball. And a minute played as the second half gets going. Williams up top. Yet to see a basket.
You can't ask for a cleaner look than that. He just couldn't deliver.
And stolen by Williams. Again, the miss by Williams.
Probably not the shot that was drawn up for that possession, but you can't pass it up and you can't knock it down.
And it's Trace Jackson Davis with a foul. That's his first foul of the game. Portland leading by 19. Walker sets a screen. The 3. Again, the miss by Williams.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
And it's Gary Payton II with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Portland has gotten nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Pass to Jackson Davis. Walker pulls down the board.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
The Warriors have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. He drops it from range. Green's got 8 points.
Well, Draymond Green must be feeling good because no hesitation in that one there, letting it rip.
Here's Williams. Another shot. The shot that time not on target.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Especially if you're a player that doesn't get a lot of shot attempts, but otherwise the mindset is I just got to get the next one to go, and you don't want to put that much pressure on yourself.
Murray from outside. The offensive rebound. Here's Thibault. Portland again missing.
Well, that mid-range, Jay, usually pretty much on the money. Maybe the timing just a little bit off on that one.
He just couldn't finish the job that time, and too bad because it was a nice look.
To end the drought. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist from Sharp. And the Trailblazers lead by 18. Top of the key. Williams grabs the board. Curry's gone 2 of 6 here tonight from the field. And you watch Shaedon Sharp, Brent. The talent is undeniable.
Well, the athleticism really is something that jumps off the court for you. I mean, he's not just a scorer or a rebounder. I think if he uses that athleticism, he could become an elite defender in this league.
Three-pointer Sharp. Knocks it down from distance. Sharp's got his second basket of the game.
And everybody wants to see what kind of range Sharp has. Looks like the NBA three-point line won't be a problem for him.
And a new group getting ready for Portland. Reith, he's checked in for Williams. Jeremy Grant comes in for Walker. Banton, he's checked in for Thibault. And Anthony Simons subbed in for Sharp. Here's Reith. The Warriors pull it in.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Oh, no, I know he can make it, but that's warm-ups, so maybe just a step too far.
Outside for Grant. Back to Banton. And that's out of bounds. It was last touched by Grant.
Hurts to see that kind of mistake. Coach is going to be on him about that one.
And the Warriors going with a whole new group out there. And the Trailblazers making a change here as well. Rupert, he's checked in for Murray. Here's Armstrong. And the Warriors miss again.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
Unforced turnovers. They'll drive your coach insane.
Scoot Henderson's checked in for Portland. Hield with room to shoot, and he drains the quick shot. Hield's gotten his first points in this one.
Well, they used to refer to him as Buddy Buckets. Maybe that will stick in this league.
Knocks down the triple.
No way he's going to pass that shot up. The D is way too far back and relaxed in getting out on him.
Armstrong, no good.
It's another just bad decision on a night full of those. His shot selection tonight has been questionable at best.
Warriors trail by 20.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Yeah, every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Back to Kuminga. Pass to Armstrong. No good there. And 3/4 of play in the books. This one's all but over already. Portland ahead. And let's take this opportunity to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
That's what great passing will do for you right there, dissecting the defense with that play.
And with the 4th quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Kevon Looney is out there with Kuminga. Then it's Moses Moody. Then it's Buddy Hield. And it's Armstrong in at the point. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Launches a 3. Portland with a rebound. Reed's got 11 rebounds in the game. From outside the arc. And it's Jeremy Grant with a foul. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Blazers making a change here. Walker's checked in. And here's Curry for 3. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Trailblazers lead by 20. Henderson outside. 4-3. Rebounded by Butler. The Warriors have gone 0 for 3 in this 4th. Not good. It's tipped. Here's Reith. He's covered by Curry. Pass to Benton. Walker, a screen on Payton. Benton can't get it to go. Golden State has gone 0 for 3 here in the fourth. Puts up a 3. Payton, no good. Portland's shooting just around 32% from the field. Walker with it. Here's Rupert. The 3-ball. Good, and it's Walker who picks up the assist.
I mean, I guess they're willing to give him that shot. They may want to rethink that strategy, though.
And he got the whistle on the way up, so he'll be headed to the line for a pair. Well, Brent, there are only a handful of players in the league with the big game experience of Butler.
Yeah, and those big games, BA, are where he's had some of his best moments. It's been on several different teams as well, so the bigger the game gets, the bigger Jimmy Butler appears to show up.
They grab their own miss. Walker finds Henderson. Shoots over Curry. Henderson misses.
And I don't understand. Why is he going to the fadeaway? Just go straight up with it.
And here's Butler outside. Portland with a rebound. Reach got 14 rebounds tonight, going after it to the inside and out of bounds. The Warriors will take it.
Yeah, that's a tough one. An experienced player in the pro game shouldn't be making that pass.
2 minutes gone by here in the fourth. Curry from deep three-point land. And again, it's the Warriors missing. Portland leading by 21. Fires the 3. Offensive board. Henderson outside. That doesn't go either for Henderson. And the Warriors shooting just 24% in this one. Not great. Here's Rupert. And the three-pointer goes.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
They're pretty infectious right here, guys. In good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Out of bounds. It'll be Portland's ball.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
Pass to Benton. Back to Henderson.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
And not often we get treated to a solo alley-oop.
Takes precision timing for sure. Curry passes to Butler. Henderson with it. Payton covering. Henderson against Payton. Shots good by Henderson. And an important part of every team's game. A look at the hustle stats for the Trailblazers.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Oh, that was incredible! Oh, my goodness!
Yeah.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Trailblazers.
Oh, my goodness!
I did not know he could get up like that.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. On the wing, Payton. Will it go? Gets the 3 to fall.
Zero defense. You can't let a good shooter have the wide open 3.
It's stolen by Green. Poke loose. Walker with it. Now guarded by Curry. Henderson, right side. Takes a 3. Warriors with the rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Jackson Davis grabs a miss.
Boy, I'd love to see him just get a smidge closer to the basket. Once he sees a few shots go in from there, that might open up everything from distance.
And Walker's got the ball here for the Trailblazers. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth. And it was still over the rim. Offensive basket interference. Man, they've been careless with the ball tonight.
Yeah, it's a lack of focus and a lack of discipline. They're better than this.
Payton's shot is good.
So much attention on Steph. That really opens up the floor.
Henderson for three. Sinks the tray.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Fires from way outside. Off target, so no problem for Portland as they get the win. To walk into enemy territory and deliver